Okay, we are live, and I'm just messing around for a little bit, taking a break from doing some work. And what I'm doing is running, let's see here. This is Pure Lofi from Arteria. I have the MPE on, as you can see right there. And I have a couple of effects that I'm adding to what's already existing. So Celestine, which is IJO Audio's plugin. It's a Max for Live plugin for Gumroad, which is like a Chase Bliss pedal. Kind of reminds me of Microcosm Chase Bliss, somewhere in between there. Um, Very fun, super inexpensive. So I say grab it. I think it's like 15 bucks. And if you're on Ableton's suite, then you definitely have the ability to run it. The other one is the Sound Toys here. I'm using some of the Tom Wolf presets that I told you guys about that I've been preaching for how long, I don't know. Um, anyway, he has one in here I wanted to mess with, which was distorted textures. So that's what I'm listening to at the moment. Let me close this real quick. I feel like there's an echo. Give me 1 second, see if I can figure out why I'm getting an echo. Okay, maybe that was just a moment. I did an update on Ecamm, and I wonder if, try not to mess this up, if it changed some of the settings. So let me see here. That's muted. Use echo cancellation. Yep. Looks like it should be good. So if you hear an echo, apologies in advance. Could be just on my end that I hear it. Um, yeah, hopefully that's not on your end. Let me turn the gain down because for some reason, had a few people say it's too loud. So turn it down to 3. There we go. All right, so yeah, I have that going. This is a preset called Memory Haze. I added in the noise texture. It's interesting. I'm going to change the preset actually now just to give myself a break from hearing the same thing. The lo-fi, I've been kind of sleeping on this Pure Lo-fi plugin. Sounds pretty good. And there's some different realistic instruments, and you can bring samples in too, or at least I know there are samples in it. I'm not sure if you can bring your own in, but so here's a sample example, what I'm talking about. Sample example. If you hit edit, you can edit the loop in different ways. It's pretty detailed actually when you get underneath all these little button presses. But you'll see here there's 2 creative samples going on. They're both in reverse texture. And you can adjust the lo-fi amount. You have all these EQ or all these buttons over here to adjust the where, the speaker, and even what type of looks like this is like a floppy disk. It's interesting. So Golden Age is what it was on. These are pads, of course. And here's Celeste. I'm running with the grain mode, and this is my settings. I'm not using the reverb in here or the dirt because there's enough dirt and stuff going on in here in this plugin. And then when I throw this effect on the final piece to the puzzle, which is we're using that distorted texture. So it gets even more. So this is the key, is when using presets, put some effects on them so that your sound is a little different than what everybody else has. Because everybody has access to those main presets. And the cool thing about MPE is you can individual notes. So I have this droney sound I'm making over here. But then every other key is free to play what I want. Pitch bending with the keys. This is the Osmos. While the drone is still going in the back. And if I had a looper, not a looper pedal, a volume pedal, I can connect it to the Osmos pedals, and then I could hold parts of it while, like, use the volume pedal to sustain notes while I play over the top. Haven't bought one yet, just because I wanted to make sure the Osmos was the one for me, and it is. So it'll be in probably the next year or so. I'll get those pedals as I learn it a little bit more. I don't like playing in the Phrygian key, so let's switch this up. I've been really hooked on Hungarian minor, just the interesting sound that it gives. And if you look down here, you can see the scale pretty easy on this little. So if you start with E, it's a unique scale. I'm going to switch to D sharp. And in the background, if you guys don't know, I'm trying to get this Pigments. Pigments is done, but it's the pro version I need to finish so that I can use it. Pigment 7 dropped today. I'm not going to really do a video on it. Some guys have already done some stuff. And honestly, there's new filters. I think there's probably like 3 filters and a couple other features, but it's not, I mean, it's big for sound designers, but it's not really like for average person like me. I won't even notice the difference unless there's presets. So I'm not going to really focus on it. If there's somebody in here saying something, I'm not seeing the chat. So let me see if I can get, because I'm not going to be here too much longer. I got to get back to work. Let me see if I can open this up here. If I find something super unique in the in pigments to show you, I will definitely do a video on it. But let me turn the volume down. Okay, cool. We got a few people. What's up, Hero? What's up, Wabbit? Pigment Life. Hey. Almost spent $29 on exploration bag. Sorry about that. My mic dropped out on me for whatever reason. So, oops. There we are. So hopefully you're still there. Sorry about that. So anyway, I was talking about all this cool stuff that came out and what I'm doing here. See, well, get 3 for 19. Oh wow, I didn't even know that was a deal. 19.99 for 3. That's great. I bought the previous exploration packs, but I never really used them. Guess I didn't explore them. 150 presets. That's crazy. So that is good. Yeah, breakfast time, man, definitely. So the Opium Field came with a new update. It's basically a guitar amp and a couple quality of life things, I think. But one of them, the biggest one, is the ability to export. Before you had to, or multi-track out, I should say. Before you had to just export your parts and then open up the disk drive and then drag them to your desktop order. Now it looks like you can export up to 8 channels, which is basically you got to think a channel is 2 channels is a stereo. So it's basically 4 tracks at a time that you can multi-track out. That's all it is. Um, is it amazing? Yes, because this means that if they did it with the OP1 field, then the XY will get that next. And that's one of the biggest things it lacks. So hopefully that's coming very soon. The guitar amp is kind of cool to have if you're a guitarist, I guess. I'm trying to think on there what else is cool about it. They added, I mean, chopping was already on the OP1 field. The one thing I really wanted to see them do with that thing was one, they need to make it 8 tracks. So at least give you the ability to do 8 tracks. And then, they added a count in. That was the other thing. Some people don't need a count in. I get it, but it's a nice quality of life thing to have a little 4 bar count in or not 4 bars, but 4 second count in, whatever you want to call it. The other thing, I'm trying to think about what I was wanting for it. Well, I definitely wanted better sounds because I think the synths that are in it are kind of they're meh, in my opinion. Some of them have been there since the first OP1. Um, so I'm kind of like not impressed with them, I guess, especially after you use something like Omnisphere, then you're really not impressed. Yeah, the OP1 is definitely perfect for on the go playing and recording to tape. I mean, that's its strength, right? Is recording to tape. So if you like recording to tape, then you're good. By the way, if you haven't grabbed the Soundtoys stuff and you want some interesting effects, I think all of their effects are really cool. Let's play with another preset real quick. I'm going to stay in the distorted textures for a little bit. This is Broken Shimmer. Tom Wolfe. Yeah, the Astrolab 37, hands down, it's going to be the best buy that I'd probably make outside of my Osmos. The Osmos is my favorite. I mean, I love having, see that? That's Osmos. And I can still hold down the droney part while I'm playing other notes. They're playing individually. Dang, this Broken Shimmer sound kind of good though. Let's go Burning Bridges. This is good. I'm glad I started messing with this some more. Let's change the bend pressure on the Osmos to 1. So you can do some weird stuff. Let's put it back at like a 16. Or a fourth. I'm going to adjust the sensitivity to high on the Osmos. This is nice because you get a little more or less lighter touch. It's crazy. All right, let's keep going. Let's do some more. Oh, Lord. Turn the sensitivity back. Put the bend back at, I usually use 1/48 so I don't get insane bends, but still, good gracious. Dark phase. Yeah, that is great. MPC Live back order. I agree. It's gonna be back order for a minute through the holidays at least. Yeah, I know the Astrolab is back ordered. So is the Arteria's OTG, the little interface I was looking at. All of it's back ordered. I don't know why they release these things right up into the holidays instead of releasing this stuff before the holidays, like before Black Friday, release it. That way you have time to get it in stores and get it to people before the holidays instead of waiting right up into the deadline and then dropping something and then people are all trying to buy at the same time. I don't know, just my thoughts. Droplets? Oh, that's interesting. What's up, OHM Grown? I'm not sure what that means, but that's an interesting name. OM Grown? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. OHM. And this is all the same sound. So I'm using Arteria's. Let's switch presets here. Let's try something different. I'm just messing around with some keys. Let's go. Let's do electric piano, see what they have. If you don't have the V collection, I highly suggest getting the V collection. You get pigments, you get this plugin, and so many more, and you get the Pro, the Analog Lab Pro, which allows you to blend two sounds together. So that's kind of cool, especially if you're gonna go and get the analog or the Astrolab, I'm sorry, 37, 61, or 88, because they all use that same plugin. So it's just a great idea. And the Soundtoy effects rack is Tom Wolf. Let's see. Let's try something different. Let's try cascading atmosphere. Interesting. Bless the martyr. These effects are distinct, but they're subtle in some ways. And if you have the effects rack, you can adjust the dry, wet right here to maybe put less of it if you want. What's up, DL1? Good to see you. I could literally listen to this stuff for hours. I mean, it's just crazy. Cheap seats. And just so you can see what's doing what here, I'm going to turn off. This is what it sounds like without the effects rack. Well, let me turn off Celestine. So then I'm using the grains here. He added in this pitch ability. At first, this second one, you couldn't adjust by semitone. It was just an octaves. Now he has it set where you can adjust by semitones as much as you want. And then I'm putting the effects rack over that. It's crazy that the Echo Boy is an analog echo and it has the saturation on it. It's kind of cool to have all of that built in. Let's try another preset, cloud drifting. Thoughts and prayers. I'm doing well, DL. Thanks for asking. All right, let's check a few more. So these top 12, just so you know, all come with it. And there's a ton of presets in this effects rack if you get it. And then these are the user ones I have from Tom Wolf. And then these are from Menti Founder, I think is his name. He makes some really good ones that aren't too aggressive. They're very nice. I forget where I found them. I did a video, I think, talking about them. So you have to check that out because I can't remember where I bought them from. Let's see. Atmospheric. Let's go. Shimmering soundscape, short ambience, thin drones. Wait a minute, thin drones. I just gotta hear it just to know. Maybe he means like bright? Brittle bliss. Okay. Everyone's from different countries and different places. They label stuff the way they picture it, and sometimes it doesn't hit me and resonate what they're talking about. But to me, this just sounds bright. So I'm guessing that's what he means by thin drones. But it's nice though. I like it. Interesting. Let's put a guitar in here just to see something different. So we're going to use ample sounds. I'm going to use the nylon. I'm gonna replace that and put a nylon and see what it does. Interesting. A thin drone on a guitar. Yeah, it sounds really interesting, unique. Let's try a few more presets, something different. Lo-fi ambience. Why not? Interesting. All right, let's try. Hmm. Gets airy quick, huh? All right, let's try something different. I'll use a couple of the ones in here. Filters. Hmm. Let's use the chorus ones and see what we come up with. Interesting. It's probably would sound better on electric. Turn the saturation up. Ooh. Oh, I didn't even realize we had guitar. Let me do this. Hmm, that was fun. So that's the nylon. So there you have it. I mean, that's pretty cool. I know my pigments should be done. I'm waiting on the analog lab. I'll do a video later on, seeing what I see there. I know Hero will probably do something late. Look forward to that. See what he comes up with. And if you guys haven't messed with Ample guitars or Ample Sound, and you want guitars but don't want to go spend an arm leg of money trying to buy real guitars, which do cost quite a bit of money if you want something good. I mean, they're about 100, anywhere from 100 to 150 each guitar, but it's worth to buy it because once you buy in, they start giving you discounts and bundles and all that stuff. You don't need every guitar on there. You just need to get a few of them. Highly recommend getting yourself a steel string acoustic, a nylon, and maybe two electric if you don't have any. Um, there's a Strat, there's a 335 for those that know guitar, they know what I'm talking about. And then there is a couple Les Pauls on there, um, Telecaster, etc. So check them out too. Ample Sound, I think it's amplesound.net. And that's where this particular nylon comes from. And they sound, for me, to say it's to not have a guitar, I did play guitar back in the day. Not really back in the day, maybe like a year or two ago I was playing. Then I kind of quit for simple lead melodies and riffs and things like that. It works pretty good. It's solid. It has a riffer in here, if you guys don't know about that, where you can build chords. And this right here, I don't really use it. I just play them, but whatever. All right. Let's see. Nopia MK1 still a prototype, 2 years in the making. Interesting. Find it fascinating that people get hyped over a prototype. I need meat, not a veggie dog. Oh boy. Somebody was saying, man, it took TE 15 years. 15 years to get a count in on an OP1. Interesting. So that's it for the video. Appreciate everyone that stopped by. If you can hit the thumbs up or the like on your way out, that'd be appreciated. I'll see you guys on the next video. Did not mean to pull that up.